So you ask yourself, what do you do in central Iowa on a frigid Saturday morning? Well, we're gonna push some snow. Got to get some equipment out of the backside of the shed so we can work on it. And the snow has been pretty hard. I know that's a horrible view right now. Pushing a little snow with the JCB so I can get back to that shed. Just got a few things we got to throw on a trailer, and I'm gonna move a chisel out of the way, and I'm gonna get a mail planter out of the shed with that tractor over there, and then go get another tractor, get another piece of equipment out, and have all kinds of fun. So stay tuned. The kid is salty today. Had to leave the chisel outside. Everybody's salty now. You know, salt's a good thing if you're dehydrated, I guess. Is that right, Devin?
Sodium's good for you. Helps you retain them.
It is, so you don't get dehydrated. Fan belts, injectors, listen to that thing squeal. Oh my God. Nice. Oh, here's another project a couple weeks we might start on. You know what? This right now is going to be story time with the Badger. We're getting ready to hook up the 8420 to the male spike bar because we've got some work to do on it. Decker was here. He had to leave. He had to meet somebody at 10:30. That's okay. You know how it is when you got to meet somebody and then you got something that comes up. So we got to take this bolt loose, get the 3-point hooked up because the top hitch is too tall. You know, it's cold, stuff doesn't want to move. So we're getting it. It's Saturday, we're relaxed. It's like 10 degrees outside, it's not windy, it's awesome. So anyway, I gotta go and help Devin with that, so see you later. You know, all farmers know what I'm talking about when you get a piece of equipment out of the shed and it's like a big ordeal to hook it up, and the 3-point doesn't go down low enough, and you can't get the pit out on the top lid. It's like a euphoric feeling of like, oh my gosh, it's like a major accomplishment. And then you get into the outside snowy tundra of Iowa and your blood just starts pumping like a quarterback in the Super Bowl. And you just get so excited because you know what's coming in about 2 months. Total funness in the field. Yeah, doing what we love to do. Getting her out the door, he's good. Yeah. Got some precision new boxes to put on here and a couple other little small upgrades, some closing wheels, so that baby can plant like 600 acres of seed corn. Male row, spike bar, gotta love it. Finally, yellow truck headed home, leaving Clear Lake, Iowa. You can see the water tower. Yeah, finally, this thing back to work. On our way home. Here we go. Mason City, Charles City. See you later. Oh my, home sweet home for the Big 12 yellow. What do you have to do? Oh my gosh, what don't we have to do with this girl? All corn, all beans, all fertilizer. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff going on. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Delvin. I mean, mustard. Yeah, gotta love it. So today, on the episode of Man Family Farms, we've had a little bit of fertilizer that we've been needing to get on this Area 21 grass here. Beautify this up so it looks all nice and green. Hey, getting farm managed, doing your job. Blaze would be proud. So we're gonna run off a couple 55-gallon drums here on this area. We got the oldest farm manager here, Dixie. Look at there, inspecting everything. So it's a nice calm Saturday morning. Thought this would be a great time to get rid of this fertilizer. It's been in our shop. We've been moving barrels around, waiting for a nice calm day. A little bit of snow melt here today. It'll take it right down in the grass. This will be beautiful. Want to keep the grass growing, looking good for Area 21. Go SD go, farm manager. Still doesn't like me, but we're working on it. We're taking off the half fenders off the 379 Pete. They've been on here for about 13 years. They've actually done really well, but somebody, not going to mention any names, hooked up to the trailer. What?
It was you.
It was me.
You went and got that
Prove
trailer,
it.
you back-
Prove it.
Because it left okay, then you came back and they were better. But they were trying to get
Anyway, it was a good excuse. They were getting all weird right in there. Esty doesn't like them. She says, get them off of there. So we are now getting the old brackets off there and here. We're about ready to work on this one over here. We'll be back and show you the mountings of how the new ones are gonna go. The new ones are gonna be pretty salty, so make sure you're sitting down and you're drinking a lot of water when you watch this video. And it wasn't me. Just got the other side off, and just remember when you're working on trucks next to the fifth wheel and you lean in, you probably should put on an old crappy sweatshirt. Devin he just ruined that one, but it's now gonna be a grease sweatshirt. It's already got welding holes in it. We got the Domar reds. We don't have to do any painting. Anybody wants to find a nice fender. And then we got the minimizer fender brackets laying right here. Good heavy duty, kind of a hard molded plastic. Come with hardware included. We might use some stainless bolts to pretty them up a little bit. We got one fender on. We were just checking our height. We're gonna see how it goes here. Check the balloon here. You can just stick your fist in there. Look at that. Yeah, we got to bring those down a little bit. Yeah, that's got to come down. Definitely got to come down. Yeah, you could get, I get my fist in the other one. Look at this. Got to come down two fingers. So it's got to come down a good inch and a half. There is, look at that, getting farm managed. There is one big difference on this truck. The fifth wheel on this has a higher mounting, which that might be easier to go to. But yeah. Oh, we'll see here. We'll keep researching here.
The magnet's moving on me. Just relax.
Well, after much to do, the Domar minimizer black brackets are on. Looks really clean and crisp. We'll get a picture on the truck when it's hooked up to the trailer. Took us a little longer than we expected, but read that, looks pretty close. We're gonna deal with it. Domar! Nice.
Can you see me? Can you see me? There we go. Morning, everyone. How are you doing on a fine Monday morning? It's Monday. And today, we're doing, probably my second favorite thing. My first being hanging out with my wife and my family. And my second being hauling beans to Des Moines. It's a tough second, but it takes the second spot. Anyway, we're going to haul some beans to Des Moines. We're going to a local feed mill, actually, kind of a co-op. They got some beans sold down to Des Moines, and he called me and asked if I'd haul them, so that's what we're doing. We're in the 359, Bobcat as we call it, and the visor still rattles, so please forgive me. I'm going to try to fix that tonight when I get home. So I won't take a ton of video. in the truck driving, maybe a little bit, but I will keep it at a minimum. You saw Honey Badger, Mustard, kind of working on the fenders yesterday, or 2 days ago actually, on Double Lot. Today, we got G Money, Gatson, he'd be my cousin. He's been in a few videos a while back. He's coming up today. He's going to help Honey Badger put some new drive tires on that truck and get that thing ready to go, wash the trailer, so it's ready to go tomorrow. It's President's Day, right? That's what day it is. And every single person seems like they got school off. People probably got work off. I don't know, but everybody's got school off. Whatever, it's President's Day. So here we go. I guess, I mean, most places aren't work off because we're hauling beans to Des Moines and they're open, so obviously they don't care. Oh, there, now we're good. Now we're good. Remember, when people say you're just kicking tires, there's actually a reason. Make sure they ain't flat. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? I think sometimes that one's weird. It'll be on, and then it just randomly is off. I really don't understand. All right, heading out for a good day of trucking here. It's actually supposed to warm up a little bit today. High of 46. So all this frozen ground you see on the top, yeah, it's gonna get pretty sloppy out later this afternoon, and then the trucks are gonna get all dirty, and I don't like dirty trucks. Sometimes it is what it is, so you just gotta deal with it. As much as I hate to, you got to. So I'm kind of an idiot. I was topping off some oil this morning. I just need to add a little bit, and you know, you get to moving around doing stuff. Well, I was driving down the road, I'm like, did I put the oil cap back on? Like, I better stop and check. So we're at old reliable local Casey's. Pull the hood up. Not only did I leave the cap off the oil fill, I left the funnel in there too. Luckily the cap is attached with a string, so it was still there. I wasn't worried about it. But the funnel was still in there. So we got taken care of that. I'm an idiot. Hey, honest mistake. But hey, a good excuse. I got the essentials. We're ready to go. All right, here we are. Let's go see what we can get ourselves into. Loaded. Should have about 90K on, a little over 1,000 bushel of beans. Come on, missing. Hey, if you didn't know, in Iowa, you can now haul 90,000 all the time, except for on the interstates. You pay a $500 license fee to have it done for each truck. So yeah, we can haul 90K all the time. We don't have to wait for Kim Reynolds to extend her proclamations. We're just solid all the time, which seems pointless because it seems like she's always extending it, basically until like planting summertime. But hey, we don't have to worry about it. We're good 100% of the time all year. So that's nice. You never have to worry about being too heavy or not having enough bushels on. Come on.
Hey YouTube, what's up? Got a special guest today. My great nephew Gatson is here. Be my oldest niece's oldest son, and I guess he's a really smart kid. He didn't have to go to school today. What are we gonna do today, Gatson?
So we're gonna take the grass off and do a little something with that.
Garbage. We're gonna take it to garbage.
Yeah. Well, not the grass stuff.
Right, yeah, we're gonna, yes,
The wire
yeah,
in
we
the
know.
middle stuff. Then we're gonna put truck tires on, and then we're gonna go load some corn and take it to Iowa Falls.
Well, one of the drivers is.
Yeah.
And then after that, we gotta go see a buddy in town and get some parts that he's been hanging on to for me, and we'll be back later. So, you ready for a fun-filled day of activities?
Yes, I am.
All right, see you in the
Funnies.
Well, it's Monday. Back in the shop. Finally got a little break from trucking. Been going trucking like crazy lately. Things are finally slowing down a little bit. Had time to get back in the shop, work on some stuff. Work on these fenders. To my surprise, we were running into headaches. Don't know what Decker and Dad told you yesterday or the day before, but we had some issues having them look right, had them mounted too high, had to bring them back down, kind of re-mock up how we mounted them. So we didn't get them done on Saturday, but yesterday they must have come back in here and got her whipped. I was getting frustrated. I was like, I need to leave, come back to it the next day and tackle at the beginning of the week. Looks like they got them on there. They look good. I noticed they took the old mud flat brackets off because they were a little too close to the fender right here and almost rubbing it. It was a little tight. We had some new brackets for the yellow truck that we hadn't put on yet, and we're like, well, I guess we'll just use these new ones. The old ones are starting to get corroded anyway. Put some fresh mud flaps on there. Old mounting holes, they're just barely covered now. We're right here. So I drilled some new holes about a couple inches back away from it. So now it's got good clearance between the mud flap and the fender. And then, it might hit, but at least there's a good gap there and it's not rubbing right up against the fender. Brackets look nice and shiny. Got to get the other one mounted on the other side. We got 8 new wheels and tires to put on this bad boy. These tires have seen their day.
Hey everybody, back here with Gatson. We just took a load of old fencing and some posts and some old fenders that came off the truck that we just put on this weekend, and we are going to guess the amount we got. It was in form of check, so we'll be over $50. Would you please, Gatson, give us a drum roll, please, on the dash? Here we go, Blake Rosen. And what is your guess?
$73.
Ooh, that is a good guess. I'm going to say 103. And the winner is Gatson Michael Miller. $77. He guessed 73. I guessed 103. We don't go over under. We just go who's ever the closest. So guess what? That means I buy lunch. What do you think of that?
I mean, I
You're
won,
speechless. You don't have to pay me. You won. What? You act like you win. You don't have to put on a show, right? I won. Let's go. Casey's is across the street. Here we go.
Okay, got the second mud flap on there. Looks nice. Only thing that's kind of weird is the tension on this one isn't as tight as I liked it. There's not really anything you can do about it. If you look at this one, I put pressure on it. It's nice and stiff, and it doesn't move. It doesn't take much. See, it's got a little slop right there. I'm not really putting much pressure on it. Pretty much as tight as I go, but it's like that spring needs to have more spread to be tighter. But that's just nitpicking. They look good. Just need cleaned up. It'll be fresh black color again. Time to do all 8 tires.
Not gonna tell you right now, but we just drug those 2x12s out from underneath this trailer, sitting in a friend of ours' shed that we might use for a project later. To be continued.
Roll it down, 330. The visor's at a pretty quiet moment right now, so I figured this was a good time. Look at this thing. Just letting her buck, man. 165. About to go up the big hill here. She'll lug her down quite a bit. Overall, man, 90,000. The old 359 at 14. It's just yakking. It's yakking. it out. It's a really nice place. Right smack dab in the middle of Des Moines. Doesn't get any better. Usually there's trucks lined up all throughout here, so that tells me they're not super busy right now, which is really good. When you first pull in, there's a little shack. Check in with the guy. You just give him your ADM card, checks you in, and then we'll pull forward here. Go off to the left and check in at the kiosk. There's the kiosk. You just pull up, just like any ADM, just like Cedar Rapids. Scan the card and go through the whole process. Like that. I'll roll my tarp quick. If you don't know where ADM is, it's right down here by the Alter scrapyard. So it seems pretty similar to the one we got in Marshalltown, Garbage. Circle around to the right. Usually there's trucks always packed in here like sardines. So they got 2 scales. That one looks like it's closed. They got the probe down. Pull in there, they probe. They actually probe you twice. They got a green light. They do the front, then they do the back, then you weigh. Light. All the way on the scale, scan right here at the scanner, and then that'll weigh you. Look at that, 91, sheesh. Well, this is the worst part about ADM Des Moines, is the turn into the dump. Everybody who knows, it's very tight. It's a really hard right turn. See where the truck is sitting right before the dump pit, and that truck's making the turn. I've made it in here with our big red Peterbilt 2020 with the big trailer, so it's a lot worse than it seems, but it's just, you just got to know what you're doing and pay attention, go slow. Other than that, this place isn't really horrible. And what always baffles me is they have all this junk sitting over here. It's like, get rid of this junk and make a big turnaround, right, or a driveway, so then trucks can really turn out there, and then they can get straightened up a lot easier. It's just like, ADM, like, what are you guys doing? This is just junk. I mean, look at all that green grass over there. Just move this stuff on that side of the probe thing and make this a driveway. If you work for ADM anywhere and you see this video, please tell Des Moines to get rid of this crap and move it over there and make this driveway a little bigger. I mean, come on. We'll get pulled into the dump. There's 2 of them, which is good. The right side, you can actually dump both hoppers without pulling forward. The left side, though, you have to do one at a time. So if you can get the right side, it's more ideal. I probably won't film me dumping because it's kind of tight in there, and I don't really want to drop my GoPro in the grate. Like, the grate is the whole like width of the area, so look at that. Nice and tight. Look at the grate. This would fit right in there. Definitely would. The worst part about that, rotten beans all over the ground. They'll spill beans, and then it gets wet, it rains, and they don't clean them up, and then you're stepping in rotten, crappy beans. It's the worst thing. If you've smelled the rotten beans, you know. Come back where we came in, and that's where the outbound scale is. It's pretty simple. So you come right, there's the guard shack where we check in, and you come right to the outbound scale, scan the card, grab the ticket, and out you go. And I think that might be Tracy right there. Yeah, there it is. There's the blue Peterbilt. That's one of our hired truck drivers, Tracy, hauling some beans in. Blue Pete, looking sharp. Yeah. Tracy usually drives double lot, but as you see, we're putting new, I keep saying steers, drives on it, and the fenders. So that's the first time I think he's maybe driven blue with the new drop visor, and I just asked him how he liked it. He said he can't see, but it looks good. And if we know anything, it's not a matter of, you know, the functionability and accessibility. It's all about the looks. It's all about the looks. I need a drop visor for this truck. Instead of repairing this one, I just get a new one, but maybe someday. Now we get to hammer down on the interstate for about 4 or 5 miles, because I'm obviously not over 80,000 empty. So this is the nice part about coming home. It's a little better than going there. Little I-80. Pretty quiet right now.
We're about our last hour with G Money, and he's gonna turn on the auger to go to the reclaim. So here we go. He's not quite tall enough to reach that button up there, but look at him flying. There he goes. There he goes. Nice. Now he's gonna come back down. He's gonna open the lever. Here's 2 hands. 2 hands. He's pretty strong for 9. Might need a little encouragement. Might need a little encouragement. A little more. Gotta get her to about 11 o'clock. A little bit more encouragement. Okay, there we go. Now let's go watch the flow. Up in here, can't quite see. I'll stand up on there. See the corn gonna flow in here in about 2 seconds. You see the corn flowing? Don't drop your phone in there, that'd be bad. Okay, I'm gonna let her shut down. We'll go check our amperages. Get the farm manager. Come on, SD, let's roll. SD, come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on. The new fenders on the truck. Let's see how they look when they turn. Gonna get their inaugural scratch. We'll see how it works. Trailer's going in for a bath. Looks pretty crisp. Let's see how it is. Gotta get faster than that. Gotta get faster than that. How do they look? How do they look? How do they look? How do they look? Pretty good. Oh, right in the mud! Right in the mud! Look at that! Right in the mud! Go that way! Oh, damn it! Gonna spin out! Right in the mud! Who's the gomer? Boy. Pretty close. Trailer's really hanging down there. I think they'll be all right. Whoo! Domar! Look at that. Domar! Them are crisp! Woo! Hey everybody, this is the end of Gadson's fun day on the farm with his great uncle Honey Badger, and we're gonna have him tell you what he did today.
We lit grass on fire on a trailer.
Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to talk about that.
Then we took wire to Gervage. We got tabletops that Dwayne's gonna work on. We put tires on the semi.
Yeah. Would you rate today on a 1 through 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest? What would you rate it at?
10.
Perfect.
I'm on my way home from my 3rd load down to Des Moines, and it's about 6 o'clock. They close at 6. They have some of the best hours, really. If I've learned anything about ADM Des Moines, that is, if you ever plan to go there, shoot for going on Saturdays, because they're not as busy, and after 4:30 on the weekdays. Not busy either. Other than that, it's a shot in the dark. We're gonna go back home, see what the boys got done today. All right, everyone, we're back at the shop. Just now, Bucky and I got the visor on Bobcat fixed. Just kind of drilled out the hole a little bit so we get a 1/4 inch bolt in there. I think it's gonna help tremendously. So we will check on that tomorrow, see what it's like when I'm driving. Here we go, double lot. Checking out double lot. Fenders are done. They probably already videoed it, but this is my reaction. Fenders are done, all new 8 drivers. This thing is ready to go. Man. Oh, it looks so sharp, so clean. Look at that. Look at these drivers, man. Mean mugging son of a guns. Goodyear marathons. Those things would dig you out of a 10-foot hole. Got those mud flaps on there. Keeps mud off of that. Got these fenders double humped. Pretty decent clearance there. Those look amazing. What this is gonna do is it's gonna keep all that up in there from getting dirt and crap, because it's bad up in there. So that is really nice. That is a whole different beast right there. I can't wait to meet that thing on the road and see that. That looks so good. Which is just simple, man. They're simple. They're cheap. They're simple. And those will last longer than any stainless, even some fiberglass fenders if they aren't mounted right, because they're so light. And these mounts are pretty stout. They got the rubber bushing on it to help with vibration, which not a lot of mounts do. These are actually minimizer mounts, and these are Domar fenders. I got those bought off of 4 state trucks. They're down in Missouri. I got all 4 of the fenders and all the mounts, 8 brackets for 1,500 bucks. Thought that was pretty decent. The brackets themselves are actually more expensive, just because that's really the most important part. If you don't have a good bracket, you don't have a good fenders. Look at that. Check it out. That is sharp. That's gonna be it for today. As always, we'll see you in the funnies.